Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Follow the Sketch Friday Post-it edition. This is the Post-it sketch. It is a 3-photo sketch with some horizontal elements and also a title down here at that bottom right. So I've only got a couple photos left from Alcatraz, so that's super exciting. We're going to get those wrapped up. These are my photos. Here's my Post-it sketch. So let's see what I can do. All right, guys, I am just going to go ahead and go right at it. Now, I had envisioned the sketch with using some photos that were cut down a little bit more to give more space on the layout. However, I'm using the photos that I want to get used up, and these photos are only going to get trimmed down 1/4 of an inch on 2 sides. So there is a lot of space covered up by the photos, and that is the beauty of a sketch, right? You can think, oh, this will be something awesome as a layout, and it is. Like, it would be a really awesome layout with some smaller photos, but it turns out to be a pretty awesome layout with some larger photos too. So I encourage you to not get so wrapped up in the minutia of the sketch and just use it as a jumping off point, as a little spark, right? So I do trim down this label tickety type thing. I don't end up using it because it's hot pink and it doesn't really go with what I got going on for the rest of the page. But that's okay. When I cut that kind of maroon flower paper to go ahead and spread across the layout, I discover on the back there's this little framed quote, and I'm like, oh, that would be awesome. I need to have this on the layout. So I cut that out. And the good thing is, because my photos are so large, I don't need a full spread of that scrap piece of paper, right? So it's also a scrap piece of paper that I probably normally wouldn't save. It's a little bit small for me for a scrap, but I seem to have adjusted my scrap saving for the never-ending kit. And I guess it's just because I want everything to feel super cohesive. I don't know. Anyway, scraps are still growing in the trash, but that is okay. Now, I really don't want to deal with refilling my ATG, so I grabbed my backup, right? And this is a Tombow Mono removable. And it's so removable, you guys. Sucker doesn't want to stick. I can't get the daggone adhesive to adhese. It just won't do what it's supposed to do. I keep adding more and more adhesive, and finally I get fed up with it. I go over to the closet where I have my extra adhesive, and I'm just like, I'm done. Every time I touch something, if it moves, it falls off. Like, I get repositionable, right, or removable. Like, I get it. There's a time and a place for that. My layouts are not the time nor the place. They're just not. So I am going to get super frustrated, and I grab 4 rolls of ATG tape, and I'm thinking to myself, wouldn't life be so much better if I had 4 ATGs instead of 2? I actually have 3, but I haven't messed with the red one in a hot minute because it was misbehaving, and I think I just got to tighten some screws in there, and I just haven't done it because I'm like, I got 2 other ATGs. That was fine. But I am going to keep 2 rolls of ATG on my desk, and then I refill both of them. I don't know why I don't refill both of them at the same time, but I refill one, then decide, yeah, girl, you got to refill the other. I do use a generic tape. It is not a Scotch 3M tape. I do buy it in Hellebach, and when I finally get the Scrapbook Reflections website refreshed, they'll be listed on there as well. But yeah. Anyway, I am trying to mess around with this pink ticket a little bit more. Ultimately, it doesn't make it in. Oh, there, that's where it is. I couldn't find my crystal katana the other day when I was looking for it, and it was laying down on its side, kind of around the corner, and there it is. So that should tell you. My desk is a little bit of a mess. My room's a little bit of a mess. My life is a little bit of a mess right now. Not feeling great. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to put some more adhesive all over that, and then I'm going to start building some decorations. So in the sketch, I've got stars of where I expected embellishments could be. And again, when I was making this sketch, I was like, okay, we'll do a big old cluster or something around here, and then a smaller cluster up at the top, and I'll put the embellishment over top of the photos as well, and it'll just be this big, beautiful kind of thing. I was even thinking of like stenciling something over top of the photos. But again, I changed that idea that I had while I was making the sketch. Now, is that to say I will never do that? No. But these photos where they're kind of upper closer is what I was getting ready to say, where they're a little bit just kind of these are our faces and this is the family. Probably not the best photos for that. Like I said, I thought I was going to be done with this iteration of the kit and I would be playing with Disney stuff by now, but you know how that goes. The best laid plans and all of that jazz. So I'm going to mess around with the embellishments for a hot minute. I got this frame that I cut into pieces so that they're kind of mimicking each cluster. Man, I just turned my head and looked at my kit cart, and that's a train wreck too. I got a huge pile of layouts on the floor. It's a little bit all over the place. I'm waiting for my 49 and Market Christmas order to come in so I can get that up on the website. And then I need to get the kits kitted for the December project, and then they'll go up on the website. But yeah, not feeling too great, people. In case you couldn't tell, this is not my normal voice. I am going to use a bunch of these thickers. I'm going to use the plus signs and also the little arrow guys. The plus signs get moved around for a hot second. Where I put them the first time is not actually where they're going to live forever on this layout. And I didn't put extra adhesive on them, so who even knows if they're going to live forever on this layout or not. I might open up the album one day and be like, oh, surprise, everything's fallen off the page. And that is so disappointing when you do that, when things fall off the page and you think you have stuff that has really good adhesion on it. So, but it's fine because they will always make more glue and you can re-glue it, or you could be like me and be like, okay, whatever. There have been times where things have fallen off the page when I'm putting the layouts away and I don't know where it's went and I'm just like, whatever. So, yeah. I guess my thought process has changed so much where I'm like, every page doesn't need to be so absolutely perfect. And that makes me happier, right? And I enjoy my layout so much more. And I enjoy looking at my layout so much more because I'm not flipping through. And because I am an emotional scrapbooker, when I'm flipping through my layouts, a lot of the times I'll go back to like where that layout was made, what I was doing. And that brings up emotions of the time, right? And I don't want to think, oh God, I was so stressed out about this layout. I couldn't figure this out. It was such a wreck. Like, I don't want that to happen in my life. And if you aren't that kind of person where you can just look at a layout and you are so focused on the memories, hey, good for you, man. But me, there's always that oh yeah, I made that at a retreat. It was a lot of fun. Or, oh yeah, I remember I sat in the scrapbook room for 6 hours that day and Christopher hung out with me and we had an awesome time together. Or, I had a fight with someone and I remember scrapbooking this afterwards. And like, I don't want that. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's enough of that business. So I'm going to throw on some hearts too, because why not? It's my family. I love them. And then after I do that, the last thing I'm going to do is toss on a bunch of enamel dots. And then once those are done, oh, I guess I already tossed those on. Probably should pay attention to what I'm doing. Put the sketch down next to it so you could see, and it was kind of a voila moment. And then that's going to do it for this layout, you guys. Please join the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group. There is an album up for all of the, not all of them. I've been posting them weekly for the Follow Sketch Friday posted edition. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.